my studio is the back deck in our yard, and I just build a sort of workbench out of the snow and use with my limited tools, and it's great. I can do it whenever I want.
Eliza Stanford isn't new to the art world, graduating from the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design, where she studied photography and painting. Over the past few years, she's been enjoying abstract art using a medium which works well in our northern climate. Cold temperatures is what Eliza needs to transform and create the individual pieces for her artistic creation to later be assembled at Centennial Park for the 10th annual Fort St. John High on Ice Festival.
This year I'm just using the design of all the pieces arranged a certain way. So it's going to be a kind of abstract sculptural element of all these pieces sticking up out of the snow. So because of all the warm weather we've been having, I've started making this anytime it's get cold, take advantage of the cold weather to make these slabs. And I've been storing it in our little cold house here.
Every cold snap since the onset of winter, Eliza was making the colored ice slabs on her deck in her backyard. This process took 8 to 9 weeks, excluding interruptions with our January warm spell.
Every time I sort of freeze a batch of stuff, it takes me about 2 hours to get all the plastic in the things and then mix up all the paint and fill them all up. And then I have to build a snow house, right, to store everything, and that takes time. And then I'm cutting everything up by chainsaw, and that takes time. I've been mixing up tempera paint, liquid tempera paint and water, and I've made up these trays with plastic, and I pour in the water into the tray, and if it's nice and cold, -25 is my friend, then it will freeze in 24 hours or less if I'm lucky. I have about 11 of the boxes. I've done this for a couple of years now, and you can do a lot of things with refreezing different colors and doing designs into them, and I kind of experimented with the aesthetic of it extensively a couple of years ago, but I quite like the sculptural element of what you can do in a more abstract sense with all the colors. This year, based on the theme of the sun and the energy of the sun, because the theme for this year's festival is energy, northern energy. So what I want to do is have a sun and all the rays emanating from that in all the different colors. My whole design is made up of little pieces, so I'm going to cut this up.
On her workbench made of snow, the blocks were sawed into 4 individual pieces.
There's a guy in Vancouver. He did something for the Olympics, and he does big colored ice commissions, but because he works in the Lower Mainland, he has to rent a big freezer warehouse, and it's very, very expensive the way he does it. And we're lucky we live in a freezer environment here, so I just take advantage of Mother Nature, and I don't have to rent any space, hire anybody to do this, and I can just do it whenever I want, whenever the weather is favorable, which for me, favorable weather is cold weather. So this is a piece that's just for the High on Ice Festival. It'll be in the area where the professional carvers are carving, and it'll be on the back. It has to face north because any sunshine on these colored ice really deteriorates the ice quite quickly. So I want a north-facing, no sunshine place. The sun's going to be made out of a yellow one that's round, and then everything's going to be coming off of that. And then all the rays coming off the sun in different colors.
The pile of snow was made by site manager Jesse Forrester, and Eliza spent a day and a half shaping it and smoothing it out. It took another 12 hours to move and assemble the 418 pieces onto the site, with some help from her friend Cindy Brunnett. Each individual piece of colored ice was strategically placed to create this work of art.